Hey, what's up? It's DJ. The equipment list for Farming Simulator 26 is released, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the stuff coming with the game once it's here. FS26 will be released on Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. It'll be here for iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch devices, both the original and the Switch 2. And in total, we're getting more than 120 machines and pieces of equipment. Now, I've already got videos on the vehicles and harvesters. I'll link those down below if you want to check them out, but today is all about equipment. As you can see from the website list, we are in alphabetical order, so we're going to start at Agrio, and we're going all the way down to Wilson Trailer. For example, this Agrio Gigant 13500 right here can be found in crop protection. It is a sprayer, and it's got a 36 meter working width and 13,500 liter capacity. From Alpago, we have the K-Force 400 Subsoiler, 205 horsepower is required. It's got a 4 meter working width. In Amazon, we've got a pair of them. We have the UX5201 Super. This is also a sprayer, 30 meter working width, 5,200 liter capacity. And below that, we have the Amazon ZGTS 10001 fertilizer spreader. It's got a 42 meter working width with 10,000 liter capacity. Anderson is also sporting a pair. We have the Emerge Pro 915 Windrower, 140 horsepower required, 9.1 meter working width. And then right below that, we have the Anderson RBM 2000. This is a round bell trailer, not a loader. 130 horsepower is required for this one. In Arcoosa, and only one, the FSX6372. This is a square bell trailer, and it has no power requirement. Interestingly, that the Anderson round baler one does, but this doesn't. In Bednar, we have the Omega 6000 FL. This is a cedar, 240 horsepower is required. You got a 6 meter working width with a 5,000 liter capacity. We also have a pair in Bergman, the TSW6240W manure spreader. Requires 220 horsepower. It's got a working width of 24 meters and a 25,000 liter capacity. That's a lot of poo. We also have the Shuttle 490S forage wagon. This is a loading wagon as well. 300 horsepower is required for it. You have a 49,500 liter capacity. This one is definitely going to be useful in FS26. In Brantner, only one, the TR34090-2PT Plus. Woohoo! Somebody deserves a raise for that name. We have a 46,000 liter capacity on this tipper trailer. In Dimco, the 850 single auger grain cart, which can be found in auger wagons. 175 horsepower is required on this. 30,000 liter capacity. Farm Tech also brings us a pair. We have the EDK 650. This is a fan favorite, 8,000 liter capacity there. And then below that, we have another fan favorite, the DDK 2400. With a 28,000 liter capacity. Now, if we jump over to Fendt, you're going to find that we have a tractor in here, but there's a reason for it, because it has a permanently attached Q6M. It was for pallet handling. Now, you could use this for tractor things, but we also have that front loader on it, which is very, very cool. 171 horsepower is required for it, and we've got a 50 kilometer per hour, 32 mile per hour max speed. You know, I'm trying to remember back. Have we ever had tractors with front loaders on them before in Farm Sim 20 mobile games? I don't remember any, but there could have been. Let me know. Fleagle's another one that offers us a pair. We have the PFW 18,000 Max Line Plus. This is a slurry spreader. 225 horsepower is required, 15 meter working width, and 18,000 liters. And an animal trailer, the Fleagle Noah TTW 140. A new brand into the mobile games, and actually was just released into FS25 last year. GEA, we have the EL488D7900. Another definitely award-winning name there. Slurry tanker on this one. 350 horsepower is required, and boy, does it need every bit of it. 16 meter working width, and it's got a 35,900 liter capacity. He's a big boy. In Gervon, we have a round baler, the G1 F125, making 125 centimeter round bales, at least in FS25 it does, and it requires 120 horsepower. Another new piece of equipment that was introduced with FS25, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500 Cedar. Definitely a fan favorite with this one, and start a lot of maps with it. 110 horsepower is required. It's got a 4.6 meter working width and 1,270 liters of Seed, I believe, just seed. Another manure spreader from Hall, the DST16. 150 horsepower required, 12 meter working width, 16,500 liter capacity. From Horsch, we have three things. First one's a cultivator, the Finer 6SL. This one has 220 horsepower required with a 6 meter working width. Below that, we have a seeder, the Horsch Avatar 1225 SD, 300 horsepower required, 12 meter working width, 6,800 liter capacity for seeds. And then right below that, we also have a planter, the Maestro 245 SV. This is a planter, 350 horsepower required, 12 meter, 9,000 liter capacity. I know I said for seed for the one above us, however, pretty sure both of these also hold fertilizer, at least in FS25 they do. J&M heads to mobile with the extended reach 1112 auger wagon, 300 horsepower required, 41,400 liter capacity. Only one piece of equipment in here for John Deere. Bit of a disappointment seeing only one. We have the John Deere 980 cultivator, 110 horsepower required, 4 meter working width. Now this is technically a vehicle, however it is in the pallet handling section in FS26, which is technically equipment, the EFG S50. We got 57 horsepower on here. It goes 17 kilometers an hour. Whatever that is in miles per hour. Not quite sure. We got horses, and to move those horses around, you're going to need a trailer. The Kingston Trailers Belvedere. Oh yeah, this one's been in farm set for a while now, but great to see it returning. Another cultivator, the Cogaline Rumble Classic 600T. This has got 180 horsepower requirement and a 6.8 meter working width. From Crampy, one of my favorite things ever, the Big Body 750S. I love this tipper trailer. 37,500 liter capacity on that one. At Kroger AgriLiner, we have the PWO24. This is also in pallet handling, so you're going to be putting pallets on here. Another trifecta comes with Cron. We have the Vindro 820 Highland Tedder, 65 horsepower requirement, 8.2 meter working width. Below that, we have a round baler, the Varipack V190 XC Plus, 100 horsepower required on that one. And below that, we have a big square baler, the Big Pack 1290 HDP VC, 245 horsepower, but you may want to use a little bit more than that. It's big. From the K-Brand, the Maxima 3 TIL. This is a planter, 150 horsepower required, 6 meters at 595 liters. Below that, we have the SB 1290 ID baler, base game for FS25, 195 horsepower required for that one. You can pretty much get away with that one. With that one's fairly light baler. And then we have the K-Brand SW 4014. Again, we are getting this mod. We have had this since, what was it, FS15? 17? Somewhere around there? We've had it a while. Might be cool for a new one. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. More three-peat with Kverneland. We have the PW 112 plow, 360 horsepower required, 6 meter working width. Below that, the Kverneland Optima RS planter, very cool one, 180 horsepower required, 9 meter, 2,660 liters. I don't remember if this one holds fertilizer or not. I don't think so. And then right below that, we have a fertilizer spreader, the Exacta TLX Geospread TL3900. What a name again. 24 meter working width, 3,900 liter. Only one in Limkin. We have the Corlin 9840 cultivator. I've lost my mouse. There it is. 320 horsepower required, 8.4 meter working width. I can't see my mouse on here because the mouse is white, but so is the background. In Lizard, the MKS-8. This is also a mod that I think would be very, very cool to maybe see something else in the future. We've had these since FS19. I think they have stayed their welcome. 8,000 liter capacity for that one. And then we have the MKS-32, 32,000 liter capacity. These are in the animals category, but at least in the main games, we've been able to move milk, water, different types of liquids with this. So hopefully we could do the same thing. In Load King, we got a couple here. We got the Distinction Triple Hopper with 3 hoppers on the bottom, 51,800 liter capacity combined. And then below that, we have the Prestige Super Bee. Oh yeah, this one's actually split up into 4. This has got 2 in the front and 2 in the back. 75,600 liter capacity for this one. Very, very cool offerings from Load King. We're to see a vehicle in the equipment, but again, here we are. Farming Simulator mobile games consider pallet handling anything that can lift pallet. Considers it a tool or piece of equipment, not a vehicle. This is the MLT 841 145 PS Plus. Another award-winning name there. Pallet handling in here. We've already talked about this in the vehicles section, so I'm not really going to chat about it here. I think I've talked about it a lot already, though. Let's move on. Another piece of equipment that was introduced with FS25, the Missouri ProTill 4T Exact Planter. 200 horsepower requirement, 4 meter work width, 5,912 liter capacity. Now the vehicle in the tools category, the Oxbow AT5105 Track Pack Slurry Spreader. There you go, there's the specs for that one. Our first brand with 4 offerings, Pottinger Puttinger. This is the Servo T600P Plow, 210 horsepower required, 4.2 meter working width. Below that we have the Pottinger HIT1618T Tedder, 100 horsepower, 17 meter working width. Below that one, the Pottinger Top 1403C Windrower, 120 horsepower, 14 meter working width. Below that, Pottinger Faro 4010D Forge Wagon. This one, 130 horsepower, 26,000 liter capacity. Only one offering from Rudolph, the TDK301RA Trailer, 24,500 liter capacity on this one. It's a Maz. This is actually 2 pieces of equipment. So this is the KDF341S, which you can see, but what you can't see is the KDD341STH. But where's my mouse? There we are. And if we go to details, say 300 horsepower required. And obviously that's not just for the front mower. Whenever you hook up to the front mower, the rear one appears out of nowhere. Also working with 9.4 meter working with. This is like 2.5 to 3 at best. So yes, you hook up to this, and then the rear mowers will magically appear. And we also have the Samaz Z2 840H Windrower. This bad boy, 80 horsepower, 8.4 meter working width. Would have also been nice to see the Tedder. Their Tedder that we've got at the base game of FS25. Sorry, a lot of numbers at this point. That Tedder is my favorite Tedder in the game. Like, over all mods and everything, because we've got kind of a working width kind of thing going on where it cuts off the side and doesn't allow it to TED off into just the middle of nowhere. Would be nice to see that in this game. It'd be very cool. More slurry from Samson, the Agro PG228 Genesis plus SBH436. Goodness gracious, 300 horsepower required. It's got a 36 meter working width. Another vehicle in the tools section, the Senebogen 340G. This is another telehandler for pallet handling. There's your specs. Another pair of equipment from Vaderstad, the NZ Extreme 1425. This is a cultivator, 400 horsepower, 14.3 meter working width. One of the biggest ones we've seen so far. And then we have the Vaderstad Rapid A800S, which is one of my favorite seeders ever. 240 horsepower, 8 meter working width with a 3,100 liter capacity. From Vermeer, we only have one piece, the TM1410 mower. Oh man, 110 horsepower, 6.3 meter working width. And the last thing, at least here, is the Wilson Trailer Silver Star, which is in animals. This is what you're going to be using to transport lots of animals. Now we have a couple other things that are in different categories, like for example this one. This is the Preneth SF900 forestry machine. They say this is a vehicle. In no way, shape, or form is a stump grinder a vehicle. Not this one, anyway. As far as details for this one, 90 horsepower is required for it. It's got a 3-point hitch, so you'll be hooking this up to tractors. Here's another manure spreader. However, it's not in equipment. This is in harvesters. Because yes, this is a harvester. Grapes and olives is where it is found. The FarmTech VarioFX 750, 94 horsepower, 3 meters with a 4,900 liter capacity. We also have the Furman LWS 12,000. This is a grape and olive trailer, 12,000 liter capacity here. The Gessner Industries 2-row billet planter, not a harvester, 200 horsepower, 2 meters, 9,440 liters. Also in the harvesting section, we had the Grimmie Prios 440. This is a potato planter, 165 horsepower, 3 meters, 8,150 liters. The Hardy Mercury 4000L sprayer, vineyard sprayer, 4 meters, 4,000 liter capacity. We also had the Sugarcane SWT7. However, I agree that this should be in harvesters. What I didn't agree that should be in harvesters was a cotton tag trailer down here, the Module 4, which holds 1 square, 2 round cotton bales, or the Module X Semi down here. This was, 2 square or 4 round cotton bales. More sugarcane equipment in the harvesting section. This is nothing more than a trailer, the MF 3012 from Massey Ferguson. 28,000 liter capacity on here. And one of the worst ones of all, actually the last one as well, the TMC Kinsella TPN 140. It's a mulcher, man. It's not a harvester. 70 horsepower, 1.4 meter working width. So there you go. That is all of the equipment that was in vehicles and in harvesters that I thought should have been in equipment. And there you go. That is everything I've got for you for this one. We will be talking about maps, animals, and crops in a future video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, comments, or maybe just something fun about the equipment that we talked about today, hey, let me know down in the comment section below. And don't forget that Farming Simulator 26 is going to be here quite soon. Tuesday, May 19th. And again, that is going to be for iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch, both the original and the Switch 2. If you got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.